Submit to God, resist the devil, and he will take flight. Draw close to God, and he will draw close to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners. Purify your hearts, you backsliders. Be humbled in the sight of the Lord, and he will raise you on high. Draw close to God, and he will draw close to you. The other day, I was in our seminary kitchen, and as some of you may know, after every meal, us seminarians will clean up the kitchen. Well, I was mopping the floor that day with a big old smile, and one of my brother seminarians walked right across where I had just mopped, leaving a dirty shoe marks in that specific area. I felt my smile go away for a little bit. I immediately looked up and realized that he didn't notice what he had done. In that very moment, I was tempted to lash out and say, "Dude, I just mopped there." But I realized that mopping over those footprints would take just a few seconds, and that it really wasn't that big of a deal. I felt God gave me an opportunity in that moment to find another way of expressing my concern to my brother. So instead I said, "Hey guys, be careful not to slip when walking through the wet floor." I was very intentional. As I said this, the brother that had just walked through turned his head and realized what he had done as he looked at his footprints. Then, with a bit of embarrassment on his face, he looked to me and said, "Oh man, I'm sorry, bro." I felt the smile coming back to my face as I told him, "It's okay, no worries." And with a 2-second movement, I mopped over the dirty footprints and carried on. Throughout our day, we may encounter many of these opportunities, though they may be hard to catch sometimes. No matter who you are, you will encounter challenges, really big ones or even really small ones. Many times when facing these challenges, we may hear that little voice of frustration and be tempted to lash out, even just under our breath. But as the reading tells us, resist the devil and he will take flight. Trust me, there's been many times when I regret saying something out loud. We must remember that progress is gradual. This is why our Lord extends his arms to us, to embrace us and help us along the way. Not every once in a while, not once or twice a week, but every day, every passing moment, every encounter with our neighbor, with every encounter with ourselves even. Jesus wants to fill that moment with his love. But we must set ourselves up for success, not failure. As soon as I wake up in my day, I try to start with the sign of the cross. And I tell Jesus, "I offer you this day, Lord. Help me in what I can do. Help me to walk with you." There's still much to improve. Just because I'm a seminarian doesn't make I'm automatically holy. But taking advantage of each passing moment with Jesus does. This is one of those moments as we sit here before our Lord himself. But it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to let go of his hand as we go through our day, through our lives. There's so much noise, so many flashing lights and colors that tell us, this will make you happy, or this is what's actually fun. Especially for us young people in our generation, there's so many things that the modern world puts in front of us. How many of our brothers and sisters throughout the world today, how many of us even in this room, are still looking for true happiness? When will our hearts be satisfied? As the reading says, cleanse your hands, purify your hearts, be humbled, and he will raise you on high. This is what he wants. This is what our Lord wants, to raise us on high, because this is what he's made us for. 3.5 years later, of being here in seminary with you all, I sense I've only just begun to taste this joy a little bit, just a little bit. For Christ has many things for those who seek him, those who draw close to him. For all of us, he has something in store. To be exalted as a son, to be exalted as his priest, is only the tip of the iceberg for me and for my life. I have only begun to see those things he wants to give me. And it's very exciting. And so let us remember, brothers and sisters, that our true happiness only lies in him when we offer ourselves every day, every moment, willing to say, Lord, what can I do for you this moment? So as we return to this time of prayer with Jesus, I invite us to think about this. What is a challenge I see in my life today? Maybe in my family, friendships, future, fears. How could it be an opportunity to draw close to God? How can I surrender it to Jesus?